Alrighty, so one of my friends does a ton of demonic beast battle fights, and he gave me a team that is really, really good for clearing floor one at the bare minimum of the dogs, and it's cool because it doesn't use Freyr, it doesn't use Meli, it's just new Thonar, Festival Deanne, Festival King, Chad King, and Skadi. And Skadi isn't even level 100, and she does work. Like, she does so good, like, with her passive and everything, because they put on, whatchamacallit? They put on Ignite stacks, which is very, very weird to deal with sometimes. That's mainly one of the biggest reasons you want to use Freyr. But I think that this team was really fun. I used it to clear floor 1. I tried to do a floor 2 attempt. He said that you can clear floor 2 with it. It's a little bit difficult. And then he said floor 3 is possible as well, but I don't know, he doesn't mess with he doesn't like try hard this one a whole lot because this fight is just really annoying at the moment. But I think that the team is really cool. It has a lot of AoE, which is great for this last phase of floor 1 because you want to kind of like knock the dogs down at the same time, sort of deal. So that's really, really cool. I think the shield from King is very, very helpful. And I don't know, it just has a whole lot of cool stuff that I actually like about the team. The only problems that I have with it particularly are there's not a whole lot of healing, because the healing that you're going to get is from Skadi's ultimate, and I only have a 1/6 Skadi, unfortunately, so I don't get a lot of healing from that. Plus, I have to ult rush with her if I even want to get the healing off, which is just not ideal, I guess. But there is a lot of protection, so I don't necessarily need the heal like always. Like I can definitely wait a couple of turns to sort of build up, and then sort of get the heal off, which is good. It's not awful, but either way, yeah, I don't know. It's just a cool team overall. I've been kind of enjoying it, just messing around with it. And it has pretty, like, with me talking and everything, I'm obviously not going to be doing it super fast because I'm trying to communicate as well, and I'm not a multitasker. But it was pretty quick at beating floor 1 whenever I tried it, just playing the game, not talking or anything. And I was pretty happy with how much utility it has. That you don't have... this does not remove stances, unfortunately, like Meli's ultimate does, so you do have to rely on Thonar to remove stances. I think you'd have to get a level 3 of the buff removal card from Skadi, but still not that bad. You can actually, get through this relatively easily, so this will hopefully kill here. Actually, I don't know if it will or not. Probably not. Like, this DN card should deal a pretty good amount of damage. And it'll get rid of the ultimate, which is really nice. So you do have a little bit of ult control as well. Yeah, overall not too bad. Oh, my DN's actually 2/6. I thought she was only 1/6. She does have healing on her ultimate as well. So I guess it's not too bad. You want to have higher ult levels, I guess, which is just not ideal, maybe. I was really lucky to pull that extra stance removal card there, so that's kind of nice. I want to save the King ultimate. Well, maybe I should just go ahead and use it so that way I can build it back up for the last phase. So I'll just go ahead and use this one. We can merge the other 2 cards next turn and hopefully push back for ultimate for the last phase. Let's see if this kills. It does kill. Good damage there. And that one's going to put on a really big shield too, so if you're ever at a spot where you're like, oh no, he's going to use his ultimate or whatever, and you have King ult in hand, definitely use that. It's going to put on a huge shield. Very, very good stuff. So let's use this, merge these, get this ult out of hand since we have the shield on now. I think we'll go ahead and throw... one of these pulverized cards out as well. This dog is always way easier to kill for some reason. Like, I don't know, he just doesn't have nearly as much HP. He just normally tries to put a whole bunch of debuff effects on you, which is fine. I'm definitely okay with getting through this phase a bit quicker. I don't know, just weird how the fight plays out in that way, I guess, but it's cool. So recovery disable's pretty annoying here, but I'm saving the ultimate, so that way, hopefully, by the time it expires, we will be in a good position. So let's go for... This lasts for 2 turns, so we can use it at the beginning of the next phase if we need to. Let's go ahead and do something... Well, I guess I should... Let's use this one, this, and the Skadi card. I think I should just go ahead and use the Deanne card, because I know that one's going to like be better off to kill than the buff card, or the buff removal card from Skadi. I don't have Skadi's relic. I have the materials to make it, and I'm really tempted to. I really want to make this relic because she's a really cool and interesting character, but I just don't know how much use I'm going to get out of it necessarily. And, you know, making dog relics is not really something you want to do on a whim, I guess. So, trying to really take it slow here. The best thing about the King ult, though, is that it cleanses as well, which is super nice. So we can do something like this, and I think we'll push for Skadi's ultimate as well. So that's damage cap on both dogs. This probably, and I don't know if that was necessarily damage cap, but it does pretty good damage. 1/6 Skadi ult's not going to be crazy, but it'll heal us up a little bit, which is nice. You can see he's having a pretty hard time getting through this shield because the King ultimate shield is pretty nuts. He didn't even... I don't think he broke through it at all, which is great. Let's use some of these King AoEs. We can go ahead and get this ultimate off. I guess we can... I think we put on another taunt and then throw out another King card. Because if we can keep going with the AoE damage... I think the biggest problem... Ooh, I might end up... Yeah, I think I've messed up here. I will be right back. Alrighty. So, by the way, if you don't know what I just did, and you're maybe newer to the fights or something like that, basically, if you get to a position where you're going to lose, and you maybe made the wrong play during your turn, as long as it doesn't tick over to their turn, and if you Alt F4 out of the game or close the app if you're on the phone, it'll act as if the game has crashed, basically, and you can reopen the game, and it'll just start you back at the beginning of your turn, which is very, very helpful information on really hard bosses like this. So I was going to say it, and then I realized that I was literally falling into it as, you know, that turn was playing out. The problem is, I'm pretty sure these dogs have completely different damage caps. So this one is you cannot exceed 30% of max HP, and this one is 20% max HP. So I was about to absolutely screw that up, and so what we want to do here is that was going to put him at basically 1 HP. Actually, maybe I should just not use the Skadi ultimate yet. We're kind of hurt. Maybe I don't use the Skadi ultimate yet. Let's save the Skadi ultimate for a turn or two. We're going to do something like this. We just need to get some more single target damage out on the white dog so we can sort of equalize the health bars here a little bit, because if you don't kill him in the same attack, you're going to run into the issue where the other one gets really, really strong, and, you know, the attacks that you're dealing on him are not doing nearly as much as they would if both dogs were alive. So that can be a big issue. But if you kill them both in the same attack, they have the same exact whatchamacallit, the same exact stats as they normally would, I guess. So I don't think this will kill. I'm really hoping it doesn't, so that way I'm scared about the black dog. Okay, I think we're fine, actually. That's gonna put on a decent shield, put up the taunt. I think having the King ultimate here is going to be the way to go. My King ult is not maxed out. It's only 3/6. which is pretty decent, but getting hit by the ults here. He shouldn't have a way to take my ultimate off, actually, which is good. This is going to hurt. Okay, it actually didn't hurt as much as I was expecting it to. I think this is where Skadi really shines. The more debuff she has on, it really helps out here. Decreases all enemies' attack and defense by 8% and increases allies' skill damage dealt by 15% for each debuff on the hero. So we're going to deal well over max cap here if it wasn't already an issue. I think we're good to get this attack off before we go for the kill here. I guess in a perfect scenario, you would want to use the, like, if I had a max Skadi ult, I would probably put the buff on and then max Skadi ult instead, so that way I could heal before going into the next phase or the next floor. But unfortunately, mine is pretty low, so this shouldn't kill. Very close, and then this should take everybody out, which that actually cleanses off every debuff. So I guess technically I'm not getting the most damage out of there, but there's a damage cap either way. His ult hits really hard. It's not a big deal. So I don't know. It's a pretty interesting fight. I do need more of these, so that's kind of nice that I got those. If you're struggling with it a lot, maybe you don't have Meli, maybe you don't have Freyr. Freyr I know was kind of a weird one. Or maybe you just don't have a high ult level Freyr. I know that also is a kind of a big, I don't know, problem for some of the people that are running the dogs, me included. Skadi's a pretty good sort of, I guess, workaround, which is really nice. I really want to make this relic, but I'm gonna hold off. I think I need to wait and see what the next set of demon relics are before I waste a whole round of materials on that. So I don't know. Fun team. You can see I'm not super hurt. If I obviously had better ultimate levels, I would be probably way better off and way more healed. I think I was even better off the last time that I did this. That one wasn't even like the best run that I've done with it. And it was still pretty nice. You could see how pretty simple it was. There was a lot of AoE, so that way you don't have to worry about a whole lot of, you know, weird stuff. But I don't know. It's cool either way. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one.